Today we're gonna go through the Magdalena Valley here. It's gonna be very hot. It's the place in Colombia where the average temperature per year is the highest. So we're gonna be sweating. I'm already sweating here. And then we're gonna head up the mountain on a semi-bad road. So that'll be exciting.
Word of caution. Tons of sunscreen. Never skimp on that. I promised my wife I would do this, so it's the little things that keep me happy, you know.
We're stopped at a small mechanic shop to get Dave's brake lever fixed up, and while we're here, we're enjoying all the interesting sights and sounds that Colombia has to offer.
Every town you go to is going to have a lovely little shop like this, where the local guys buy their new little bikes for about $3,500. Can't go wrong. Love them. That's a Libero 125. The FZ1. That's the boy you want. All the cool kids in town getting the FZ1. Looks like a big bike. And that's a 160. So like all the rest of these are like hundreds, 125s, but that's the 160, so that's the big boy's bike. But it shows you the kind of moto culture they have in this country is everybody's driving a bike. Everybody likes to see it. Everybody's kind of like, look at all the big fancy motorbikes. Fancy, fancy. If it's what I'm expecting it to be, there'll be bits of road where the road doesn't exist at all. There'll be nice bits, there'll be big potholes, small potholes, tarmac, no tarmac, you name it. It's all going to come today. You can be absolutely sure of that. It's going to be a right old laugh.
Yesterday was all tarmac, wasn't it? Today not so much. Yeah, a few landslides today, mud, rocks, potholes. In the mud, you mean? Or? Yeah. It's good.
This morning's ride through the dirt has been absolutely fantastic. And now we've just arrived in a small town that's really in the middle of nowhere and very far off the beaten path. Really excited to see all the people. They're excited to see us and the motorcycles, and we're quite hungry, so I'm about to have some lunch and relax for a little bit before we continue on riding for the afternoon.
Esa le queda muy chiquita. Le queda como un triciclo. De para allá, idiota. Uy. Ahí la modela. Es que no me las creo.
Now, at a small family restaurant, we're about to have a Colombian almuerzo, or a set lunch that consists of a soup and then a plate filled with all kinds of meat and rice and beans and salad. It's quite amazing, all for about $2.50.
Eso.
All right.
Eso. Ah, no. Así es. Mexicano.
¿Tienen muchos motos por aquí?
Sí, pero son más de menos cilindraje.
¿Más chiquito?
Sí.
Ah, bien. Sí, ¿cómo se llama?
Elmer,
Ah, bien.
¿de dónde viene?
Estados Unidos.
The military, they were loving it. We were getting pulled over. You got 8 bikes, well, 650 plus coming over the path. They saw that coming and they were shutting us down. I think they just wanted to see the bikes, so I don't think they had anything, any agenda as far as the military, but they loved it. That was really cool. That was quite an experience. Surrounded by M16s. And
Back in the good old days, probably about 10 years ago, everybody knows about the drug warfare, you know. Basically, these guys were all over the place. The main reason for them now is really the movement of the precursors to making cocaine. You need a lot of like gas or that stuff to clean your nails, what do they call that? Acetone or whatever, so it's the precursors for making the cocaine. So what those guys are doing is they're stopping trucks and really checking them to find out if they're carrying large quantities of the precursors for the fabrication of cocaine. That's what they're doing. The guerrilla have been hit so hard in maybe the last 4 years, especially the last 2-3 years when they found all their laptops and stuff like that, that they're really being pushed back and back and back and back. So they really, now, they're only in the furthest reaches. You're really going to have to go and look for them now. You're going to have to go out. I work in mining projects, and the mining projects are in the ass end of nowhere, and then 2 hours from there. So really, and then you're going to have to go and walk out 2 days into the bush, and then eventually somebody's going to go, "Oi, what are you doing here?" Turn around and go back. That's when you're starting to encroach onto the area where they have the drug labs and stuff like that. Only then, and really you would, as a foreigner, you'd have to be doing something spectacularly stupid to get yourself into that kind of thing. I mean, you'd really have to be going out and looking for it. It'd be very difficult to do these days. Now, well, here we are, we're in the middle of the Colombian countryside, in the ass end of nowhere. Everybody loves it, everybody's pleased to see us, so, you know, good to go. What more could a boy ask for? Windy roads, trucks on the wrong side. Laugh a minute. I'm enjoying it. What about you?
Right now we're in a place called Villa de Hierba. I don't know if I said that right. I've been trying to say it now for 3 years and I haven't gotten it right yet. But it's an old colonial town done by the Spanish. It's one of the, I believe it's the largest plaza here in Central America and South America.
What does a middle-aged white guy need after he's been down a dirt track on a big-ass motorbike? Well, he just needs some nice girl to come along and rub his foot for him, I tell you what. It's a real struggle here in Colombia.